Welcome to KnicksNow.com. Jonah Ballow here with our first chance. We've been very excited about this, I got to admit, to meet Metta World Peace. Metta, so great to meet you and talk about your book. You're here at Barnes & Noble. Let's talk about that a little bit. Bedtime stories. It came out. Give the fans out there just a little bit of insight, what you put into the book and what it's about.
Well, we started the book back in Los Angeles, and my buddy from New York City, we played high school ball together, Hedrick McBride, very intelligent fellow, and he decided to do a children's book, and he said, you should get involved. And I was like, you know what, I am into animation and things like that. We should do a children's book. It's very inspirational. I had two other books I was working on, the Ron and Metta story. So we decided to push that back and put out Metta's bedtime stories. When the first illustration came, it was all black kids. So I said, Hedrick, we need some diversity in this world. There's white people in this world. There's Asian people. There's Middle Easterners. There's Latinos. Let's make the book a little more diverse. And then we did that, and then we tried to make it as diverse as possible. And once we got past that, then we started to come up with the right words. And once we got past that, and then we were good to go. Put Metta's on the front, looking like a cartoon superhero. And the stories are great, inspirational, encouraging parents to read to their children. Definitely fathers to read to their children. And we understand that not every household is perfect where a father is in the household. But when you get a chance, to read to your child, visit your child, read to your child, it goes a long way. I know a lot of my friends that can't read still. Yeah. Not a lot, maybe a couple. But it's very important.
Well, that's great stuff, and I think it's really interesting to see the response of the children here at the Barnes & Noble and their parents, too, that not only a chance to meet you, but also get a chance to purchase this book.
Yes.
While we have you here, we got to talk about the Knicks a little bit. It's very exciting for New York fans to see you back here.
Yes.
And now that this team is fully equipped with some of the acquisitions they made, what do you think about this roster, and how can you guys make some noise in the Eastern Conference?
Well, you know what? They played well last year when I was with the Lakers, and now that I joined the Knicks, I think I can only make the Knicks that much better. They went 54 and I think 28 last year. Finished second. They should have went to the Eastern Conference semis. But you know what? It's only going to make them tougher. I believe that we have a great team. I believe Iman, should have a great season this year on the offensive end. Everybody knows what he's going to do on the defensive end. I believe he's gonna have a great offensive season, and I look forward, to being around in June. Sometimes fans don't understand that it's 82 games in a season. You have to win 16 games in the playoffs. You can't win 16 playoffs games, in November. Going through the championship when I won, when we won it. It went to Game 7 the last minute. We were down 13 in the fourth quarter. So understanding that, I think I bring a little bit of experience, to the Knicks, and that hometown cooking, and I'm looking forward to it.
At this point in your career, with everything that you've gone through, and then the maturation we've seen from day one at St. John's, and then coming up through in the Lakers and the championship, what are you, as a man at this point in your career, how do you feel about yourself, and also not only just as a basketball player, but as I said, a man?
I mean, I feel good. I'm having a great time in my life. Kids are doing well. I came from St. John's, from LaSalle Academy. Before that, Queensbridge Projects, and then I went to the Bulls. Had a rough time with the Bulls. With my personality, character, different things going on in my life, dysfunction. I went to Indiana. It carried over to Indiana, different things going on in my life mentally. Then I had a fresh start with Rick Alderman in Sacramento. I had a better time in Sacramento. Got traded to Houston, had a really good time in Houston. Started to evolve a little bit. And then I went to L.A. First year, had, won the championship. Brought a lot of awareness around the world to mental health issues, and now I'm here, New York City. As Metta World Peace. A lot of New Yorkers, they only want to call me Ron Artest, but you know what? I'm Metta World Peace. And if you want to call me Ron, it's not a problem. I don't mind. We're doing a lot of great things, fun things. Everything got to be fun. If it's not fun and inspirational, it just doesn't make sense.
What about when you step out onto that garden floor? I mean, did you feel an anticipation for the season? And these fans around here are gearing up for it. Can you just put that into words, what you think that will be like?
Well, for me, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter where I play, on the road, at the Garden. The fans, they can't help you win a championship. Opposing fans, they can't win for their teams. It's all about what the players are going to do. The minute you start focusing on fans and arenas and, then you lose focus, So for me, I'll worry about playing at the Garden when my career's over. I ask myself, how did it feel? Right now, I don't feel anything. Right now, I need a ring. I raffle my ring off, my only one.
You gotta get another one.
I want to get a ring. And that's the only thing that's important to me. It's not being a Knick. It wasn't being a Laker. It wasn't playing in the NBA. I want to win. I don't care if I'm playing on the park. I just want to win. And that's the only thing that's important.
That's great stuff, man. You got me pumped for the season. I'm also pumped up about an event you got going on next week, which I'm very excited about. I'm all into stand-up comedy. Love it. I've seen all the greats here, Louis C.K., Dave Attell at the Comedy Cellar, and Caroline's too. So you're going to be putting on a show. Tell the fans about the Metta World Peace comedy show and what it's all about.
You know what? A couple years ago, some people said, hey, they reached out to my management and was like, hey, we would like Metta to do a comedy show. I think I was running out of tests at the time. And I'm like, for what? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And they said, we think you could pull it off. I said, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? They said, don't just beat yourself. And they booked 12 shows. I've never done a show in my life. And we did well. And we stopped for a year and a half, and now they called us back. We had a show in Improv in L.A., and it went perfect. And now we're at BB King's, and then we're going to be at some more venues. I mean, I don't know what to
Now, are
say.
you doing stand-up?
Well, I don't do stand-up for an hour or even 30 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, a couple minutes, but I host. I'm not doing stand-up until after my career because, it's hard. You got to prepare. And, but it is fun because there's no holds barred. I can just say what I want. And that's what you're going to get. So you come to my comedy show, I mean, don't wear a suit and tie.
Well, I'm not going to wear one.
Don't wear a suit and tie and, take your corporate hat off. Bring that regular hat because it's going to get ugly in there.
All right. Well, that's some great stuff. We're going to check Metta World Peace out. BB King, September 25th is the event. We'll get you more information on KnicksNow.com. MettaWorldPeace.com is also a spot to get all the information. It's been a blast. We can't wait to follow you all throughout the season.
Yes.
We're going to be stalking you on KnicksNow.com and putting all the content up on Twitter and the website. So a great time to catch up with you.
It's a great time to catch up with you. I'm looking forward to playing with my teammates. That's about it.
All right. There he is, Metta World Peace, right here on KnicksNow.com.